We must defend our rights, so we shall perish. We shall protect others from wonderful.
From the land where the sun rises, lived a people as old as Mother Nature. They were happily living, prosperous, hard working, contented.
Don't let anybody understand your anointing. I will prepare your favorites. I will do work for you when you come back.
I should promise you before you go dismiss, I'll come and pick up my bicycle. Okay? Just run along. You know you are very. You go to school. Run, go to school.
And overall, they loved each other. They are the children of the Almighty God. Ruled by men with dark hearts, ripped of all they have, their right to freedom and life. They were attacked with no means of self-defense, starved to death without an offense. Even children were not excluded. They were told war, but it was a genocide. They were mothered with impunity, but died with dignity. And their legacy is the mirror through which the truth we see. They never feared their fears. They faced their fears. Freedom is what they believed. And they died for what they believed. That we may leave this jungle, that we may leave this God-forsaken contraption, that we may live in freedom again. to ensure that they are not forgotten. A generation exists filled with the reincarnated spirit of the freedom fighters. Because without them, they are incomplete. I am Biafra, as old as Mother Nature, as old as mankind. Though intimidations and strength from the barrels of gun have wounded me, but even if it's one heart, breathing, possessed by my spirit, soon, just very soon, my children all over the universe will smile in freedom as the children of the rising sun. They will smile in happiness again. They will smile in freedom again.
My fallen heroes, for the fact that you did not give up fighting for our freedom, we will not give up.
Biafra will ensure that your memories linger to the end of time.
My fallen heroes, your name will be written in gold when Biafra comes.
You all are the reasons we have come this far. And we will never stop until Biafra comes.
Go well, my fallen heroes, here. As you cannot stop the sun from rising, in the same way, you can't stop Biafra, the land of the rising sun.
Honor the dead, honor their sacrifice. For freedom, they paid the ultimate price.
We will ensure the whole world hears about your bravery.
Your death shall never be in vain.
Because you lay down your life for us, we will ensure that Biafra comes.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, still on the road to freedom. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London, being anchored by the Deputy Leader of the Indigenous People of Biafra, Mazi Uchi Okafor Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Omambara. Omambara is in Biafra land. He's the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. And he's standing on a deputizing capacity on behalf of our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the Prince of Afar Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku Kingdom, the one and the only man that stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for almost 6 decades now. Nobody has done this. He's the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television, for nobody commands our loyalty. From the north to the west to the south to the east, from Eke to Nkwo to Afo to Uri, nobody commands our loyalty. One and only man. And by the grace of Chukwu Abiyama, I remain George Onyibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And of course, Delta State is Biafra land. Every piece of land in Delta State, I must remind you, is Biafra land. Of course, we must continue to appreciate the Creator, Chukwu Abiyama. What exactly do we have that is not given to us? What can we do that he has not done through us? And I will start tonight by appreciating him uniquely, of course, I must tell you. Because what exactly, he does not live in the house that is built by men. Some people say, oh, I don't agree with that. For David said, for the heavens of heaven cannot continue. How can I agree possibly that the earth is your footstool? You are more than that. Who that man should praise the Lord. Who that man should praise the Lord for his goodness and for his wonderful works to the children of Biafrans, to the children of Biafrans, for his goodness and for his wonderful work. He has broken the gate of Nigeria and has laid the bars of iron sunder. He has destroyed the British prison in the name of one Nigeria. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, maka n'eziokwu na-emara mma ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị o juru anyị anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dị onye dịka gị, ebu Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, we must proceed. The reason why we are here cannot be overemphasized. We simply want to be. We want our life back. It's been taken from us. We want our life back. And some people will say they become the willing willers. No. No. You are receiving this vibration across the globe. And that day I will tell you, posterity will judge you. For heaven and earth will stand against all of you that day who will try to stop us. Now is the time to do what you have to do. Because we will react, believe me. Somewhere along the line, we will react because we have been pushed to the wall. Believe me, those of you who are going about cursing Hulu Balu, for us, the Biafran people, I will tell you it's a boomerang. There is no two ways about it. But of course, we humble ourselves this morning. We talk to Biafrans across the globe as far as lovers of freedom, as far as those who lovers of terrorism, colonial masters, conquerors. It is time to free humanity. Because I believe the freedom of Biafra nation will usher in the world into another horizon where men shall see light for what it is and breathe truth, love, peace, justice as never before. For we represent one thing, hope for humanity. We're here for one thing, we value life. Nobody will make us change this principle that our ancestors before us laid down for us. We will answer their name in the end. And that name is Biafra. We were here before you came. And believe me, we shall still be here after you are long gone. The memory you will leave behind is entirely your choice. Make no mistake about it. For we indeed, the words of Bob Marley, we do not have fear for atomic energy because none of you can stop the time. But we must do the right thing. I believe so. Once again, without wasting much of our time, we shall move ahead to our topic this evening, which is simply, how many more sacrifices do we have to pay? What other price must we pay to get our freedom? What other price? Honestly, Biafrans are the first country in Africa to activate the right to self-determination. We paid dearly for it. 10 million died. It didn't stop us. The world failed to recognize this heinous crime against humanity. This genocide carried over here in Biafra land, but we are still here. The number of those who will die for Biafra is still counting. We are still here. Tonight, many will die because of Biafra. We are still here. In the morning, many will still die because of Biafra. We are still here. And until Biafra comes, we will lay down our seed as a seed of sacrifice. We will lay down our life as a seed of sacrifice, if that is what it takes to restore Biafra. But let it be on record to Biafrans, the ignorant, the naive, the colonial masters, those who built the prison called Nigeria, let it be on record. We will never give up. Agitation of Biafra can never die. Instead of it to die, and then let humanity die. Let the world come to an end. Is that too much to ask for? But sometimes it is important we refresh our mind. Or else those who have died would have died in vain. I have met men and women die because of Biafra. And they simply made one request. He said, "I remember us or do not stop agitating for Biafra. Most of them don't know IPOB, but they all constantly remind us about the promise of Chukwuka Kabiama, that he will restore our land. And that is why people like Chine Achebe, having moved by the spirit of Chukwuka Kabiama, they said there was a country. There was a country, and there is still a country. Though it is under military occupation, but there is a country known as Biafra. The world must recognize Biafra. The world must acknowledge Biafra. The world must let Biafra be. Or else, that year you will still know more. You don't know what is coming, believe me. But with total humility, we register our displeasure. End one Nigeria. And then you end all this. Today, Biafrans must understand. The coal miners in Enugu were murdered in a day like this. Most of you don't know, because Yoruba will never tell you. They keep telling you, they fought for the freedom of Nigeria. No, those who died in the mining, coal mining, what did they call it in Enugu? Their death triggered what led the British out of this contraption called Nigeria. Zoo. Nigas, Niger area, Nigeria. Ejodu Nigeria, Ndiara. Those men who died in Enugu, their death made Britain leave Nigeria. But yet they left representatives here, and they are the one we are fighting. We must remind ourselves that those who died in Enugu coal mining, their death is not in vain. They set up kangaroo court to look into their issue. But their blood still cry out against Nigeria. British government ran away from Nigeria because they could not bear the volume of the sound of these men and women that was murdered in Enugu. Because Britain want coal, now they want crude oil. Yoruba will never tell you this because they think we are stupid. What other price must we pay so we get our freedom? Fulani want our land. They go from grazing reserve to Ruga, from Ruga to Mega, from Mega to animal livestock, from animal livestock to hate speech, from hate speech to roadblock, from roadblock to toll gate. Everything agenda they have ever had in Nigeria is targeted at one thing: they must take the land of Biafra. Oh. But at each time, at every given time, we pay price for it. We pay a heavy price to be ourselves. We pay a heavy price to answer our Father's name. We pay a heavy price to cook food, drink water, and keep cup on the ground. In the land of our ancestors, we pay a heavy price. On a daily basis, we continue to pay this price. But if we may ask, what other price left for us to pay? They constantly insult our intelligence by lying to us and trembling on our rights with impunity. It's a price. Nigerians constantly insult us. With impunity, they trample on our rights. It's a price you're paying. Because believe me, if there were ever a justice system, there is no way Onyibe would have been removed, and one useless, stark illiterate is the Chief Justice. I don't know Onyibe. I've never heard about his name until I see how he was removed from office unjustly. And then there are some saboteurs jumping up and down. You remove Onyibe, we burn Nigeria. We remove Onyibe, we shoot you. You remove Onyibe, we not go agree. You are insulting our intelligence. Anytime you and all those stouts, you go to Abuja to represent us, you are insulting our intelligence. Anytime Nigerian government come out and tell you animals swallow money, rats pursue president, chimpanzees swallow money, python swallow money, you are insulting our intelligence, honestly. For a dead man to still be ruling Nigeria is trampling on our rights with impunity. The world, most of the countries in the world support you. They aid and abet you. With impunity, you take our right from us. We pay the price. We're still paying the price. That young boy Lambato called Buhari, Jubri, Nasorok, is gallivanting everywhere. Can you come out openly and tell us that this Jubri, this young boy Lambato in Nasorok in Nigeria, is Buhari? But of course, it's part of the price we'll pay. You insult us. It's an insult. Anytime you come out and say, with the professor, with the intellectual, with the amagamaga, say Nigerian, you are very hopeless because you have been insulted. You have been insulted and your right trampled upon with dignity. They don't give a hoot about you. Border is closed, but yet border is open. Let Buhari house is close to border. Less than 20 kilometers from Cameroon. Of course, they are not Nigerians anyway. If that there was anything ever like Nigeria. This is an insult in our intelligence, and they trample upon our rights with impunity. When they sit down and analyze hate speech, you think human beings are talking. Yes, anybody we see who is talking about the evil of Nigeria is a hate speech, we will hang them. Thunder will fire all of you. We are here to see Gallo fasting that bill. You insult our intelligence. By calling us South, South, and Southeast, you insult our intelligence. We take it. By naming our state and community, you are insulting our intelligence. But we take it. By coming to impose yourself on us as our leader, you will insult our integrity. We take it because there are so many buffoons among us that are yet to wake up. How many more prize? How much more? How many cross? How far is this distance? But believe me, we will walk to the end and we will fight to the finish if that is what it takes. We are not in a hurry. Of course, everybody who is a committed IPOB member will know it is not easy. It is not easy to be a member of IPOB, but believe me, there is no greater calling, there is no higher calling than being here. And then all we pray and all we do is that in the end, our suffering will be identified with that of our ancestors, for they never asked for silver or gold. But that which belongs to us must be given to us. It is our rightfully ours and it must remain. Do we want to name the kind of sacrifice that have been given already? Not now. We have paid price of intimidation and harassment. And we continue paying this price. Before your very eye, Nigerian Boko Haram army, we wake up in the morning because they are lazy, they are criminals, they don't know what to do, no initiative. They will wake up and say it is Operation Show of Muscle. Because when they say it's Operation Show of Force, it is Operation Show of Muscle. Operation Akbobi. Honestly, intimidation and harassment. Operation Show of Muscle. In our land, every 3 feet is a police checking point. Every 1 meter belong to army. When I mean army, artillery. The next 1 meter is Air Force. The next 1 meter is Navy. In between them, you have different kind of police force, as they call themselves. You have police force anti-kidnapper, police force anti-Boko Haram, police force anti-Yahoo boys, police force anti-SARS, police force anti-ritualists, police force, they are in between this 1 kilometer. And then by the side of the road, you have immigration parking every 1 kilometer. You have immigration parking every 1 kilometer. You have custom parking every 1 kilometer. Then every 5 kilometer, you have DSS with ATM machines searching your identity card. Believe me, we paid enough price. Operation Show of Power. Inner light, bottom light, side light, bottom light, on top of light. Your particulars. Most of you will know that to get a driver's license in Nigeria, it lasts for 4 years. But do you know in 6 years' time, they will not give you the driver's license you paid for? The same person who gives you fake license will tell you this is fake. How can you? Do you know when you go to road safety in Nigeria, to get driver's license, they will ask you which one do you want, original or fake? Original 17,000, fake 4,000. And then they are waiting for you on the road to collect the balance of out of the 17,000. Have we not paid enough price? As a driver, as a motorist. Have you not paid enough price? Now let me tell you what they do. When you buy a vehicle, for instance, because you can't run away from them. I bought many vehicles in my life, not one, not two, not three, not four. And I noticed something that they are used to doing. In fact, we have come in terms with the national attitude of the zoo called Nigeria. And this is what they do to you. So don't say, my motor is new, they can't do anything. The only thing that will make you move freely in Biafra land is that you must have one Boko Haram police, army, or navy guiding you. Because when you go to register your vehicle, for instance, your engine number is 112I KT. The registration officers will change that last I to 1. It becomes 1121 KT. They deliberately change the number. And when you catch that, they say, oh, it's a typographic error. And then you get to its police checking point. They say, your engine number, your chassis number, they start peeping. May God have mercy upon you. And they will see that this one is supposed to be S, they wrote 5. Maybe this one is supposed to be I, they wrote 1. Maybe this one is supposed to be Z, they wrote 2. You are in trouble. That is when you know Nigerians have law that guide typographic error. You will be charged in absentia. The police on the checking point will give you charge. Why they call the National Assembly to make a law to back off that charge? And so when they wake up and say, Mazen Anikano, you will be tasked a secret trial. They are not surprised. They have pronounced IPOB terrorists before they went for court injunction to justify their criminality. Have we not paid enough price? One lunatic called Brutal, who claimed he know the rule of engagement of the military when it comes to the United Nations standard. They came out and say, yes, we have proscribed IPOB with some hopeless governors from the southeast of the zoo. They are not in Biafra land. Yes, IPOB is now proscribed terrorist group. Of course, our lawyer took them to court. And he asked a simple question. Where is the court injunction? We were charged in absentia. In other words, wait first, we have charged you. Court, please put a law that will back up our charges. Have we not paid enough price? They are there harassing, intimidating. I want everybody in Biafra land to make it as a task. Anywhere you see army checking point, please monitor them. By this time now, you will see the atrocity they are carrying out. Our people coming close to them. We are taking record of all of you. It doesn't matter if it's your brother. Give them gap. When the time comes, we will tell you, Onyibe. Have we not paid enough price? You get to a checking point. Police will say, you don't pay. You know, I never pay. 50 naira, 100 naira, you give them. Then I tell you, number 12. You now move. Number 13. Number 14. But they are criminals. And when you fail to give them the money, they will pack you. They will pack you. You will hear law. Expired tire. Expired petrol. In fact, police to pack you, they will check your fuel to know if it's spoil fire. This is how bad it has become. Have we not paid enough price? We have paid the price of emasculation and deprivatization. Do you know how many companies Nigeria have closed in Biafra land? I used to hear about Okpila Cement. Where is Okpila Cement? They have to shut it down because it may give Biafrans the privilege of being employed. Where is Ibeto? He can find comfort in America, but he's not an American man. And one day American will chase all of you back home. But of course, I know those of you that know, you are ready for all things. Ibeto can be anything in America, but here in Biafra land, they shut him down. And so they emasculate us. They deprived us of our right. Dangote must sell cement. But Ibeto will not have access to cement in Idoma land, Benue State. Ibeto can never have access to cement in Ebonyi State. No, you can never. Where is Abate Samuel? Where is all the breweries owned by Biafran? Most of you will not know that every brewery you see in Nigeria, whether Guinness, whether Star, Gouda, whether Hero, all of them were Biafran beer company. Very soon they will take over Hero. It is the flag of Biafra in Hero beer. That is why they are not pushing it forward. Very soon they will pass law and say remove that Biafran rising sun from Hero beer. Because that is what they normally do. They will take it to Igomu, Lagos. They emasculators. Most of you will not know that when it comes to the history of First Bank, after, what is his name? Moritola Mohammed changed the name of Stafford Bank, British Bank, to First Bank of Nigeria. Till date, only few people had what it takes to be the chairman of First Bank, whatever name they call themselves. Only few people. Alesoti of Arochukwu is one of those few men. He was emasculated. He was deprived of his right. Alesoti is a first-class student of economics. Alesoti was the brain behind First Bank. Yoruba fought Alesoti and fought Alesoti and fought Alesoti in First Bank. And because they do not have the ground to justify his removal, his emasculation, he was made a banking officer. Those of you in the banking sector, you know, maybe you don't know you are a Nigerian anyway. Once you are made a banking officer, which means you cannot be removed, you cannot be promoted, you remain there. They tied him down. Chairman of First Bank Yoruba, Chairman of First Bank Yoruba, and you are believing, hey, Yoruba and educated Yoruba. Let them give you the profile of Alesoti. He later moved on to Diamond Bank. How is Diamond Bank today? Emasculation. Innocent Motor today is struggling. But I tell you, in Biafra land, Innocent Motor will challenge Ford. Innocent Motor will challenge Toyota. Innocent Motor will challenge Ferrari, Lamborghini, Opel, any motor you have in the world, because there will be room for innovation. There will be need to seek, to extend what we know to as far as we can. But you know, Innocent has to be very careful. In fact, the day any armed robber will go to robbery with bulletproof car, maybe that day will be the day they will shut down Innocent Motor. Have we not paid enough price? Have we not paid enough price to answer one Nigeria? Now they tell you to come and vote, so they kill you, reduce our population. When they have already written the result in the INEC office, those of you dying in Bayelsa and in Kogi, I'm talking to the Biafrans. Have you not paid enough price? Why do you let them divide you? Why are you so greedy? Fulani who are eating, feeding from our misery, they don't die as much as we die here. Oh, fight the PVC. Fight. Are you not this emasculation, this enfranchisement? Is it not enough for you? We have paid enough price, believe me. What other price have we not paid? Believe me. We have paid the price of indiscriminate killing. Believe me, we paid that price of indiscriminate killing. Are we talking about women massacre? People died because they are Biafran. 1914 Nigerian massacre, Jos Plateau, Kano, all over. Are we going to talk about the genocide of 1967 to 1970? Are we going to talk about the indiscriminate killing of IPOB? Will you see IPOB person and you are killing the person as a Nigerian? What do you feel? Oh, let's shut them down. You can shut us down. You can handle us, right? We've seen you kill our people. I still repeat, when we went on rally to rejoice that Donald Trump, the president of America, was being inaugurated, because we know what Obama and Clinton has done to Africa. We believe Donald Trump will mean well for Africa, but of course, Americans have their own problem. We do not blame any of them. I knew that day, we saw that day, that the army that were sent to shoot us were not Nigerians. They were behaving like Chinese people, acting warfare. They tumble on the road, they build up us. They issue order, and they shot at many of us. And many of us died. And then one could wonder, can a Nigerian be killing a Nigeria? Can a Nigerian actually be killing a Nigeria? Imagine American police, American Air Force, American Marine just come out on the road and start shooting everybody. Because some group of Americans are protesting against Donald Trump. It will never happen. But rather, they will rather arrest Donald Trump, present him before the jury. He will be tried. He can imagine Chinese army opening fire to kill them. Of course, they have level to their own level of discipline, understanding of discipline. But of course, this is Nigeria. Somebody will be imported from Niger because this is what British government. They will gather all the Fulani in Africa, bring them to Biafra land because they want this 3 plot of land. Let them come, we are waiting for them. Have we not paid enough price? Of indiscriminate killing of our people. And that is what led to this topic this evening, because today we remember those. Because today, some years ago, they murdered them. Make no mistake about it. On November 18, 1949, about 1,500 coal miners has assembled at the Obiweti coal mining in Iva Valley, Enugu. And we are mining around the premises at the same time. The British colonial administrator, perhaps sensing some danger ahead, begin to mobilize their Boko Haram police and army as you can see them today. British government is mobilizing people, recruiting army from across Africa. Jihadist army, they are waiting for us, but we are ready for them. I'm telling you about what happened on the 18th of November, 1949. Without any provocation, this assembled Boko Haram descended on this, that is about 150 heavily armed policemen, Boko Haram, under the command of 2 British police officers, Senior Superintendent of Police, R.O.S. Philip, and another Senior Superintendent of Police, E.J. Arrow, Oministom, opened fire on the Biafran defenseless coal miners. They don't pay them, they don't increase their salary, they have reduced them to beasts of burden, and they gunned them down. 21 of them, and they left 47 of others severely wounded. A commission was set up to investigate this matter. They looked into the matter shabbily. They arranged them before a kangaroo court. No justice was given to them. And our people, Biafran people, protested and demanded for justice, who murdered the people. The same way we are demanded for justice, you cannot kill Biafra. From then on, Enugu and Iva Valley, in particular, become the center of the nationalist agitation, which eventually led British government out of the zoo called Nigeria and giving them independence in 1960. In other words, it was the killing of the 21 coal miners in Iva Valley by the colonial terrorists, the Rizame family, those police people that actually gave birth to the movement which ushered Nigeria into this fraudulent independence. The slain Iva Valley, it is painful. Coal miners, these coal miners, their blood actually become the blood that gave you your one Nigeria. Your stinking one Nigeria. 21 coal miners, Biafrans has to die for it. But you know the painful part of it. We do not know their name. We do not know their name. They were murdered by British Superintendent of Police. 22 of them gave birth to Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, Babus, and Chimpanzee. And said, kill this Igbo, kill the Igbo. And you think, oh, they are feeding on our oye. There were times they were feeding on coal from Enugu. But like the same way, the death of these 21 people and 40 other 7 wounded chased Britain. British government out of Nigeria to initiate the fraudulent independence you are enjoying in the zoo called Nigeria. The death of IPOB will remove their hand from Africa completely. And that is why each time we tell you, the British Nigerian state will use her hand to initiate the anarchy that will consume them. And believe me, the fire they light very close to the throne, it will consume all of them. Biafrans, don't let anybody deceive you. We have paid price in different way, imaginable to man. And the world will bear testament. The Britons will bear testament. You will bear testament that we have paid price. Unbelievable price. Unimaginable price. And we continue paying price as we speak. Many people will die, many will remain, but we'll keep fighting until that freedom we'll seek for, which is within our grasp, is totally ours. What price do we need to pay more? We must fight to the finish. We must fight to the end. Make no mistake about it.
You know that since 1914 to date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria. And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has aspired? We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Yes, we be dying, now we be crying. Yes, for freedom, all we need. To go keep the Abiyama can save us. Cause the children call on you. Biafra must to be free from bondage. Biafra must to be free from killings. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. Biafra must to be free from slavery. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. May thy kingdom come on earth, O Biafra. The time is now, I fight on you formidable soldiers. I can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Victory is sure, no giving up, we are marching to the promised land. Oh, you say no to one Nigeria. Oh, you say no to pretend. Oh, you say no to divide and rule. We say no to South. Listen, Nigeria, jaga, everything scatter. My people suffering and dying, so repents for my heart. See Yoruba, Hausa, Boko Haram killing us. Every day we be dying like a slaves. Give me freedom, want to freedom. Wanna be free like the birds in the skies. Biafrans all over the world they cry. Now we calling, rescue us to go kick Abiyama. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Biafra must to be free from bondage. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. It's time for revolution, for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution, for the nation of Biafra. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. no surrender. Biafra must still be free.
Of course, Biafra must be free, and there is no two ways about it. This is our memory for one Nigeria. Those people murdered in the coal mining in Iva Valley in Enugu State. We call upon you wherever you are, on a Ken day, on a Nkwo day, on a 4 day, on earlier day. Rise up, because the demon called Nigeria has not left our land. We do not know your name, but we know you died that day. Your death gave birth to British running out of Nigeria and controlling Nigeria from London. Your death must push all Fulani and Yoruba out of Biafra land. Do not rest in peace. Do not sleep, because we, your reincarnated spirit, will fight on. We are still here. This is all the memory we have about what they call Nigeria. Anybody saying be a Nigeria as a Biafran hates you. This is all the memory we'll have. Of course, our lines are open. You are a Biafran anywhere in the world, you have not registered with IPOB. You don't know what is coming for you, because this rain will fall, believe me. And that day, you will say, did I not do miracle in your name? And we will tell you, get deep behind me, for we do not know you. When we were shouting on Radio Biafra, you refused to listen to the voice of those being murdered. You will say, but we are the one who put in our IPOB singlet now, and we shall say to you, get thee behind me, O ye Nigeria, for we know you not. When we were there being shot at Ekempo, being shot at Bayasa, being shot at Iguacha, being shot at Aba, being killed indiscriminately, you laughed at us as if we are stupid. Get thee behind me, because we know you not. Look for IPOB and join. This is all the memory we have about one Nigeria. Emasculation, disenfranchisement, deprivation, indiscriminate killing, terrorization, Fulanization, Boko Haramization, Miatilization. Intellectual my foot. Send your data to our WhatsApp line. The nearest coordinator will meet you there. We can't do this. We can't do this. We will put them to a stop still. Believe me. In that day, the sun will not rise. Even though we are in the land of the rising sun. The moon will stand still. And rain will fall. And fire will come from the earth. For I tell you the truth. The millions of people who have died because of the name Biafra, they are waiting for the right time. They are waiting for the right time. You will not understand. When the Romans say, unleash hell, you will never understand what they mean. And that day we will give you the real interpretation. Our lines are open. What price do we have to pay more? You want us dead out of this planet Earth. You cannot. Because even if we choose to die and leave this realm, yet we are seed. We will still grow. Are you ready to take our dead body to Jupiter, Pluto, or Mars? Because if you bury us on this earth, we will still grow. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. WhatsApp line again is 070-815-45642. Our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. 081-288-58614. Of course, our caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? But of course, you Epileptic Network, we must continue. Our people must understand. We seek for one thing. We want only one thing. We have been clamoring for one thing, not two things. We don't want to take over Yoruba land. We don't want to take over Hausa Fulani land. We just want our life back. And believe me, there is no two ways about it. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? I believe this is a female line, and I will not want any man to call the female line, please. No man should call the female line. No man should call the female line. We must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Wada Chiamaka Igwe. I'm calling from Onitsha. 33 Onitsha.
Go ahead, please.
Mazi, I've been hearing you for a very long time, and I like your teaching and everything. And I want to join IPOB, but I don't know where I could locate them here in 33 Onitsha.
Yes, there are IPOB family all over 33 Anambra State. Send me your data, your name, your location, and your phone number on our WhatsApp line. Believe me, the nearest coordinator will get in touch with you. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
We must continue.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Sir, all I want to say is that our people should really be involved in this Biafra of the train because, and they all should all make up their mind so that we could get that destination where Chico Kika has been preparing for us to be. That is all I have to say.
Thank you very much. You are very much on point. Of course, some of them do not understand the world that they are in, but they shall very soon. Yes, are you there? Caller on the line.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
My name is Onyibe. I'm calling from the Delta State, Biafra.
Go ahead, please.
My name. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yes, go ahead. Stop listening to your radio.
My name is Onyibe. I'm calling from Delta State, Biafra. I'm the transfer officer in Anyocha. So, your topic this evening is so very, very sweet on me. So, what you are saying about the killing of our people in the zoo called Nigeria is been wrong. Like my local government here in Anyocha North, on 2016 October, started in 2016, they killed one of my brother called Ojo from Uba at Asaba. So I know that no matter whatever they are doing, Biafra must come. I also thank you very much because we are always on your side, but I'm using the opportunity to tell my people, to wake up and bring themselves together so that they can be able to join this movement. Because my people in Seluku, many of them, they are sleeping. They don't want to wake up, but I'm telling them that they should wake up to enjoy this moving train. So that when Biafra comes, nobody will say that they did not tell him, or will say he or she have been leaving behind. Because the struggle is continuous. And no man or woman born on earth will stop Biafra. Biafra must come. I'm using this opportunity to greet my director, Nnamdi Kanu, including you, George Onyibe, and my deputy director, Uchemefo. I also thank my patron in Seluku, Mr. James Mokwe, and others, even on Chubo, Cholona, Lazy, Idumujuboko, Idumujuno. We all have a unit here. But I'm telling my people in our channel to rise up and support this struggle. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother. The truth cannot be overemphasized. What is our memory with one Nigeria? Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line, are you there? Caller on the line, can you hear me? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I'm so much happy to get through this line. I've been calling this line for the past 6 months. Now this is my first time.
I understand, my brother. Go ahead.
Mazi, I'm from Abia State, as in Doki precisely. I've been listening to you all this while on radio. I'm so much happy to speak with you this night and to speak to every other person listening to this our radio. I want to use this opportunity to thank everybody that have been working so hard tirelessly night and day to see how we can come out of this slavery that we are in this zoo. I am so much happy in this struggle because I have nothing else than this struggle. I have nothing else here. I even told my mother the other day that if there's anything like reincarnation in this world that we are, that if I am being born into this place called Nigeria, that I will die and go back. I reject this place as real people does not live here. Mazi, I tell you, I'm calling you from Iguacha precisely. I know what I am seeing in this zoo. More or less, those of you that are out there, this place is nothing to write home about. If anybody, human being, will be proud of this place, that person is a dead human being. That person is not living. So I so much thank you for your hard work every day, every night you are there. I praise you so much. I thank you. I want to use this opportunity to also thank our leader, Mazi Nandekano. I want to thank our deputy leader, Mazi Chimefo, and every other who had for us get to the end of this struggle. I so much thank you people for what you are doing for us. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. We must continue. Our God is faithful. We must not forget that a day like this, the British killed our people. They opened fire. They killed them because they want to steal oil. They want to steal oil. They want to steal coal in Enugu. Everything because they want to steal from Biafra land. They must kill us. But did we say they should not thief? They should steal honorably. Kolan, what's up? Are you there?
That is a very peaceful man. That is why they are seen that if we are lenient.
There is
Our
no
leader
problem.
is a very peaceful man.
There is end to everything.
He's a very
anyway.
peaceful man.
Thank you very
Yes.
much. We must continue.
He's a very peaceful man because they don't get to where we'll get to.
Thank you
If
very
we want
much.
to follow them the way they are, they won't take us anywhere. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Yes, sir. Kolan, what's up? Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. Am I coming out?
Go ahead,
clear?
please. The world is listening.
Okay. Good morning. I want to thank Ezechukwu Ekabiama for a day like this, for everything that he's using, our great leader and his deputy. And you, Judge Onyibe, you are a strong man. I'm saying let Ezechukwu Ekabiama keep guiding and protecting you all and your fans all over the world. My name remains Mazi Ifanichukwu Ihiono. By the grace of Ezechukwu Ekabiama, myself, the indigenous people of Biafra, as a state coordinator in Benin Republic, Cotonou, Benin Republic. I want to thank also my national coordinator, Mazi Obina Onyebuchi. He's doing a great job indeed. I'm on air this evening to announce to Biafrans here in Benin Republic, especially in Cotonou, that we'll be having a prayer that will be coming up on 24th of this month, which is this coming Sunday. And this prayer ground is in one of us in his church that is located at Midombo. When you are walking down to the Midombo market, the church is by the side of the road, and the name of the church is Christian Life Gospel Church. Christian Life Gospel Church. And for those of you that be coming from far away, for those of you that wish to join us on this prayer day on 24th of this month, the numbers to contact are 95560395. I come again, 95560395. That is the number of the State Secretary, Mazi Uchechukwu. And the second number is 97097909. I come again, 97097909. And that's the number of the Financial Secretary in the person of Maze Obina Ezebredan. And my own number is 99118786. I come again, 99118786. And any of you that wish to join IPOB here in Benin Republic can contact this number too. We will help you to find the nearest family here in Benin Republic or in Cotonou here. You can contact these numbers. We will help you to find a family that you can join that's near to you.
Thank you very
And
much.
I want to use the opportunity to tell our members here in Benin Republic and lovers of freedom that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, that Biafrans is here to come. That no matter what that we are going through here in Benin Republic, Biafra will most surely come. And those of you that is working around to disturb and to destroy what we are doing, you ought to continue, because the day of reckoning is coming. That you will be asked, what do you do to get Biafra? And you answer for yourself. So I'm thanking Noise Chukwuka Biama for everything. I'm saying my able African rep, I thank you for all the good work that you are doing.
Thank you very much.
There's the Chukwuka is using you to do. Thank you. And have a nice evening.
God be with you. Yes, a caller on the line. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, are you there?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, because we are found depending on the time zone. My name is John Wimbo. I'm from Abia State. In Ekunabo, Biafra province. I'm calling from Ekom. Please, my African rep, I want to use this opportunity to ask for a favor just for 1 minute.
Go ahead, please.
A minute silence for those people that British government murdered in court mining ago.
You said I should do what?
Oh Lord, I ask for 1 minute to observe a minute silence for
Go ahead,
those
please.
people being murdered by the British government in Indonesia.
Go ahead. The world is observing it with us too.
Oh Lord, God of Australia, I call upon you. Because of this, our brothers being murdered in cold blood. Why minding British government kingdom? I pray tonight, oh, Chikobitabiama, do not allow their spirit to rest. Do not allow their soul to rest. May their spirit continue to fight the Nigerian government. May their spirit continue to fight the British government until their fight is restored. We can never remain. We promise you people out there that in as much as that British murdered you unjustly, we will fight for this struggle. We will continue to fight for this struggle. Even if it happens that it's remaining only 1 month and then, and at the end, Biafra will come. Until then, on this very day of 1945, you people were murdered in golden ransom by British government. Chukwu akpọngi na-eke, akpọngi n'elu, akpọngi n'afọ, akpọngi na mkpọ, akpọngi ndị ichie niile, asị gị jere anyị agha, jere anyị agha, jere anyị agha. All the atrocities and iniquities that Nigerian government and the British government have committed, the genocide that they have committed against your children, the Biafra, may it never go unpunished. May they pay 100-fold of the damages of the wicked acts that they have committed against us. We rely on you. And I call you, and I call the spirit of our heroes, our fallen heroes and our heroes. The people that were massacred in Ubi, the people that were massacred in Asabase Bridge. Father, Chukubiki, we rely on you. We trust in you as we continue to walk to restore Biafra. I call your power and your strength to strengthen our leader, to strengthen his dignity, to strengthen our African race, and all hardcore IPOP members worldwide that we are not going to sleep until Biafra comes. Father, Chukubika, all this I ask tonight, and I pray and I stand that you do it for us in the name of Chukubika.
He said, thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network as always, but we must continue. Can you hear me? Caller on the line. Caller on the line, are you there? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
We thank God for this. We thank you people that struggle for this Biafra restoration.
Of course, you are coming out, except you are distracted yourself. Can you hear me? Call on WhatsApp.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening. I am Odomas Wike from Ugwagdan Kaleke Biala, the local government, Benue State.
I would advise you to turn down the volume of your radio set or move away from there.
Okay. I am calling you from Italy, Palermo. Good evening, my honorable Onyibe. May God be with you. I am very excited tonight to hear your voice again. I greet all IPOB member and all of us of Biafra. May God be with everybody. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
I want to tell my people, tell all IPOB people and people from Ebonyi State to continue anywhere they are. Let them go and find and look for IPOB family and register themselves. Especially, there's one thing I want to get from you, Onyibe. Most of my brothers in Lagos, they say they don't know where they will get IPOB family there. So I don't know, maybe you have any contact that they will
send your data to me through this WhatsApp you have just called.
Okay.
And I will link them to the closest coordinator.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Ada. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. My dear, thank you for what you people are doing for their sons. I thank you so much. I have been listening this night. I have been trying the line last week, but I forgot on waiting you today. I thank you. I thank our leader and the camera and our deputy and all Biafrans that is working hard to make sure that we restore our land. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Olama Chukwu. I have from Lopunku, Umucheze, in Umunoti local government. But I reside in Onitsha, Biafra land. As we are discussing this night concerning a case from Warrior, yes, I could remember one day I was discussing with somebody at Opiweka. So these people that is going to Yoruba church. So one of our Igbo sisters just prayed. After praying, I answered the woman said, so you are a non-believer. So I asked her, what do you mean by that?
So what do you mean by that? What is amen in Igbo language? Why are you people deceiving us? And the woman is from Akwa Ibom. The woman started shouting at me. Hey, I said, wow. I say, you people have failed us. In fact, you people have confused us enough. He said it's an Igbo language, for crying out loud. What is all this nonsense for? Why do you people want us to leave all our languages in the name of we are practicing English methods? So I thank you very much, my brother. Keep keeping on, as you are always saying, and as our leader always said. And I'm calling my people from Lobuku. I'm not hearing from them at all, but all this Ruga, all these locals have already organized our side. We are in a very big mess in my place. The last time I went to the village, I was crying. No road. Everything has scattered. Fulani and their Nama, they have scattered everything in my place. I cried. I asked my people, what are you people still waiting? When I called one man, I asked him, why are you people not following or doing anything concerning this Biafra of a thing? Especially in Uru side, they are in trouble. And Lopanta, they are in trouble, very big one. There is one government school in that Uchieze as a whole. And what makes that Uchieze is Lopanta, Lekwesi, Lopugu, and the Eke. That's one government school that is here. The students have already left it for our people. That is where they are now sleep now. That's where they do anything. For Lokukuna, we don't have any government secondary school in our place. The only water we have in our place, they have scattered it. We are buying water, 1 rubber, 15 naira. And I asked him, what are you people still waiting for? Why can't you people open units in this place and start here? Do you know what the man told me? He said that my sister, I should forget that thing. And Nigeria didn't even remember them for once. Is it Biafra that will remember? I told him that Biafra is ours. Biafra is our culture. Biafra is for us. It's not for Nigeria. You people should wake up. We are in trouble. Ojo Sokalo have already organized us. We are in trouble, in a very big mess. You people should stop listening to all these politicians. After I'm saying I come and I ask him, are you people hearing the radio Biafra here? Are you getting it from here? Then the man told me that no. But there is one time I called and then I explained it and I told you about it. I don't know. Maybe when I went to the village again, I will find out whether they are getting the radio now or not. Because my sister that is in Enugu said that they are getting the radio from Enugu. And Enugu is very near to my place. So I thank you, Mazi. Keep keeping on.
Thank you very much.
God, Almighty God, will guide and protect us. We must reach to our destination. Nothing can stop us.
Of course.
We are going home.
Of course.
No evil in this construction called Nigeria that can stop us. We are going home.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Call on WhatsApp. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here, Mazi Onyibe.
Go ahead.
Good
please.
morning from here.
Good evening from here.
Yeah. Mazi Onyibe, I want to thank you for your good job you are doing for the whole Biafra as a whole, and I want to thank you for we have met the person I asked you for help last time, and we have started already last week. You know, yeah. So we are many too. So maybe finally I would like to have your private number later. I want to comment what I didn't wake up on time today. So, but I heard about and how people are trying to let our language disappears. But it's not going to be possible. And we have Eke, Oye, Afo, and Kwo. That's the 4 markets of our people. And everywhere there is something like this, that means they are Biafra people. There's no 2 ways about it. In that, because I was born, we are growing up, I'm hearing a man answering Nweke, Nwafo, Nwankwo, and Nwoye, according to the name of the the markets we have in Igbo land. Then the women in our land answer Mbweke, Mbwafo, Mbwankwo, and Mboye, still signify that the same market. That means we are the ancient people. We have been existing before other people were born. They are supposed to be at the back, not at the front. So I don't know how these people are trying to use us to clean their bomb. It's not gonna work. Look at the Yoruba. Everybody knows that every 100% of Yorubas, some of them are traditionalists, some of them are Muslim, many of them are Muslim. So anyone you see that claiming a Christianity now just to learn it, just borrow it, just trying to involve, to belong. And what baffles me so much was this. How can we that embrace the Christianity when the Christianity come straight from the European people direct to us, that we are supposed to be championing the Christianity? How come Yoruba people are the leader of the Christianity? Nobody can answer that question. How come they are leading us? Now they are ahead. Look at how they preach too. And you know, if there is any Biafran, even the smallest, the pastor, the youngest pastor in Biafra land, whether those people they call whatever they call them, they can compete with them. Just look at it. I don't know the speed, who rocketed them to that level they are with the 3 private jets and control the kind of population they're controlling in Nigeria just for the government using people for their own selfish interest. For our own language now, if you say somebody by the side are trying to tell you, oh, it's an evil, it's something like that. These people are mad. And I'm trying to tell anybody that behaving that way, that when you lost your language, you are no more, you are no more, you are nobody. There's nowhere to be found. The English we are using is not even our language. Look at where we are in Korea. They are never, English is the third class language they're using here. You must speak Korea. You must write Korea. They are manufactured their things they are used here in Korea. That's why you cannot manipulate them. So when you teach somebody engineer in their language, teach them English in their language, teach them mathematics in their language, teach them everything in their own language. Tell me how that person will be literate, will not be perfect. Impossible. But this one in Nigeria, some people are speaking 3 languages, 4 languages. Yeah, and we expect them to behave normal. Let me just stop here, Onyibe. May God bless you. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra, we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good evening, Onyibe. Oh, hey, Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra. Go ahead.
My brother, I'm very lucky to get to get by. I've tried many times. No way. My name is Sylvester Mwale. Pastor Sylvester Mwale. From Iko, but I retired at Asaba. My brother, I thank you for the good work you are doing for us. So God will bless you. You will live long. I thank you for Martin and the Kano. You will live long. No power, no demon will have access over your life and the life of all the IPOB members worldwide. We shall live and see Biafra. No power can stop us. Whatever the British are doing, they are doing nonsense. The God of our ancestors will fight our battle to the end. And Biafra must be restored. Please, I want to use my language to take my people. I'm from Ebonyi State, in Iko, Agudiko. Please, sir, can you permit me, sir? Hello, sir.
Of course, go ahead, my brother.
Ndiko, Nubashio, Onwunwokebo, Pastor Chibike Nwale, from Agbebia, Uduki Budu. Nubashio, Geberuari. Nuba no minute and chapa unenya. Because I think that I should be the budget by a time. The budget by no economic calendar, no Ubozofta. Ubonu on the economic. I am with that Biafra. To my room, and that's a room Without Biafra, we are nothing. Open a Biafra, no paper jail. So Onyabuna Bessie, Bessie, Bahne IPOB, nobody can do nothing, and can talk nothing. Onyibe, I thank you. I am very grateful to get this number today. I have been trying, but no way. But today is my own day. I thank you so much. You will live long. Your wife and your children will live long.
Thank you.
No evil power can see you. As you are going out and coming in, all the days of your life shall be blessed. Shall be blessed on the cliff. Shall be blessed on Oye. Shall be blessed on our fall. Shall be blessed on Nkwo. So those market days we deal with you and fight every battle that will comfort you in the mighty name of Yahweh.
Thank you very much. Shalom. I love the sound of that prayer. Caller on the line. Are you still there?
I'm still here. Yeah.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
I really want to thank God for getting you. I'm here with this last year. I've been trying to find this my first time of getting you. I have contact kids actually. Man, I'm not paying for what you're doing. God has seen. Thank you very much. Please keep on. I don't have much to say today to say that whether they do like it or not, Biafra must come. Whether they get upside down, let them dance in the name, Biafra must come. Please keep keeping on. I'm just happy that I got you this night. Then I've tried to put up a unit. The unit close to us. I'm from Abia State. Sorry, I'm Princess Senior Honora, calling from Abia State. The unit that is nearer me here is not functional. I've gone to the coordinator that I was introduced to several times. He doesn't call meetings. So I put up some people, some men and women to form a unit, but I don't know. I've gotten the people. I don't know the next step or who to contact or how to make the unit functional. So how do I do? I really, really want to be part of what is happening. I want to be part of the Biafra.
Try and send me a message on WhatsApp. Remind me what you have just said. I will follow it up from there.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
We must continue.
Bless you.
And bless you too. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Caller on the line, can you hear me? Of course, Zoo Epileptic Network. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead, please.
My name is Steven. I'm calling from Ebony. I'm calling from Afara. I'm from Ebony State. I really thank you, Mazi George Onyibe. I'm from Ebony State, I have money, sir. So, can you permit me to speak my language because I want to tell my people to join the struggle. It's a long time that, okay. My name is Alpha Steven. Ngangbanyukwo. Oyabonesa. Nalelu Republino. In Enugu State. In Ebony State, in Asaba. We should basically join this struggle. This struggle at the level of Biafra the hope. Hope I move Biafra and to make hope also. So, but I see Gambanyukwo from Ujenya, from Ujenya, this is Ujenya, from Ujenya, Baham Gambanyukwo, Ebo Kamwas. So, that's the I thank you for the work you have done for us because it is a long time that I try this number so that I will contact you to speak my language to my people. So thank you. God bless.
Thank you very much. We must continue. We are not going anywhere. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line, go ahead, please.
My name is Ogochukwu. I'm Ogochukwu. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yesterday, I got a meeting the woman reader, a bed dinner meeting. So the meeting come now, they don't know Okada. Otarueva come by Okada for one woman, when I eat the love with a salon. So one number of Okada do a Musemo. I can't get it. Only not come out one Biafra. Yeah, Biafra. Na Kedeben Nada. Yeah, onwe ebe m na-aga na achọrọ m igozi ndete ekene anyị kenere ọnwụ ikene ndị ụmụ Biafra nda ya mba na ọnwụ ikene ụmụ Biafra na ana m aga sabat m na onye chọọchị ya na ọwụ sabat ka m na-aga dị ume na-asụ nga mbanye m abanye eburu m ebe m na-aga na-ewere ego nye ya ego m nye ya ma na-esi eke na-esi ya ka ọ mara ebe m na-aba njerugokwana m ebe m na-aga ume rida itinye nda. So, all of the other business, when I go happy to the place in Adamity, Palafa, who did the forever and give a ban or give a ban who were them for non site a pound bubble. One of us has about brooding machine for more after the meeting. We are had the yes. Don't make any mistake when you record to a division. Second, Gabro, a cookie card damn. I mean, I got in my. Mokwande joku ne marama imona yana ubi omadi ojuru manya ni iwe kimambe odigo medikali ebo auka aingine najayema mazunze ana mekele gi na ihe mankunu na-emere anyị ọ dịghị izi nwere onwe ga-abụ nke anyị onye ọbụla sị Biafra agaghị abụ onye azọsụmọ ndị dọkịta na-akọsụ ọ na-ebute kọsọpọ na famili ya niile maka ihe mere ihe si akpata oyi dọsụmọ wee ju ma nye.
Maazị, good evening.
Ana m eke ana m asị ka eze Chukwu okike abịa ma ọkachasị nwunye gị eme ihe mma mbọ dịghị izi ọwụ mmụ anyị niile ga-eme ihe ala kere m na-aga n'isi nwunye na-azọ ọ ga-adịta mma n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ma.
Thank you very much, Ada. We must continue. Caller WhatsApp, are you there? Caller WhatsApp.
Yes, I'm there.
Good evening from you. Go ahead, please.
Maazị Mgbedoma o.
Well done, my brother. Go ahead.
Aha m bụ Maazị Okemmiri Eberechukwu Okike Abiama. By the special grace of Chukwu Abiama, I am calling you from Enyimba City. Maazị, I'm very happy that you and every one of us who are Biafrans, who are working very, very assiduously in our restoration, are putting more effort and more grace to our able. Maazị, I'm very, very happy to let you understand that the very moment I hear when our people were talking about Egbesu in the radio, I was very, very happy. I want to let them understand what we mean by Egbesu. Egbesu is the event god of the Hebrew. There is no Hebrew who do not know what is Egbesu. And that Israel cannot work without Egbesu. That is why we believe in Tetragrammaton Shabbat and Adonai Shabbat. All people who are working for Biafra should understand that if you keep the law of the Most High, you will conquer your enemies. And Elohim has made this very, very clear for all of us to understand that Shabbat is good for all who are Hebrews and only for the Hebrews. And they do not know that the Igbos are the lost tribe of Israel. Most of us who are from the Igbo tribe, like for somebody like me, I'm from Isukwato. Isukwato was from the tribe of Judah. They forget that the Lord say, run into the cave, hide there until all these calamity will pass away. My father say we are from Oba, and Oba is cave in English language. If you come to my side, you will see many cave there. You will see a spring water. That is the blessing that the Chukwokika gave to us. Even in my compound, we have Ofo. My father's name is Nwankwo. So when once I want to pray and I head on Nkwo Day, my brother, a marvelous things will happen. Now, I have to come back again to what we are talking about, what Ebesu is all about. Those are people who are playing with Ebesu. Like when I was hearing when you were talking about Asere Dokubo do not know what he is doing. When the revenge will come, all of them who are being used Ebesu for making money and who are all those people making every words of nonsense with Ebesu, they shall pay with their blood because Ebesu is coming. Because all human beings who knows what is good shall stand for the judgment. Because we have come to judge the living and the dead. So it is better for all of them to wake up because Igbebesu has woke up. Igbebesu has woke up. Igbebesu has woke up. Mazi, thank you. And once again, be blessed. Igbebesu, Asawana, Wana.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you, my brother.
Asawana, my brother. Our people must understand, like we were saying this evening, what price do we have to pay more? What price? November 18, 1949, British government murdered those in Enugu mining coal station. Go ahead, Ada. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
People, I send the message which I have an IPOB. When I'm here,
yes. Is it on this line or on WhatsApp? Send the message to the WhatsApp line.
Now WhatsApp.
Okay.
WhatsApp.
Don't worry, the coordinator
So
will contact you.
that is okay. Now, even send it three times. I want to check it.
I am very sorry. I am very sorry for that. Mazike Chukwuguoha, you are responsible for that department. Please make sure Abia State Coordinator gets those numbers so they can contact our people. Kenneth Ogane, in charge of North, please make sure you people respond to our people that want to join the meeting. Go ahead, Ada, please. Don't worry, they will listen to you. They will attend to you.
Okay. So because the next one goes to go with you, not such a map at the only wooden movie. I can't wait the absence itself. No way, Anna, Augustina, Nigeria. You can't make a leg, make a bag, many Makana, Ukuga, Maka, or Monday, they program, get well. That is chic, like a moneric, chic in our one, or the chic, when my bag woman.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We must continue. Don't worry, somebody will contact you. Thank you. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Jorge Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra.
Yeah, my name is Agui. I'm calling from Mara. I'm calling just to share a dream to all Biafrans all over the world. There was a time I was lying down in my compound. All I heard the voice that said that is going to show me some time to know that Biafra. I was sleeping that time. Once I heard the voice, I folded my mat. I ran inside the house. I couldn't resist it. So as I went inside my house, I lied down. Within a short of time. I noticed a very big wind blowing, pushing my door, pushing my wing. And I really sort of that I noticed a rainfall, a very heavy rainfall. But I was surprised when I woke up in the morning. I didn't see any drop of water. So another thing is this: I was given a date that I will see from that date. That date was 15th. From that date, that I will see some signs to show that Biafra will come. So from my own observation, these are so-called I'm seeing that they are noticing that some people will come up now and say, or some BB people will come up now and say that they are no more in Nigeria. That's why they are using all this type of speech so that people will not say anything. But I know Biafra struggle is not politics. It's from God. Nobody can turn it. So all this is all I have to say. All hail Biafra.
Oh, hey, Biafra, we must continue. Call on WhatsApp, are you there? Call on WhatsApp. Of course, the Zoo Epileptic Network. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Good evening from here, Ada. Go ahead, please.
I'm not for Hello.
Go ahead, you are on air. Go ahead. Send me your data on the WhatsApp line. Then I will respond to you from tomorrow. Okay. Somebody will contact you from tomorrow. All right. Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line on WhatsApp, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on the line.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening from here, Ada. Go ahead, please.
Okay, my name is Ada Oluchiobi. I'm calling from Azam. I want to use this opportunity, the first place, to thank God for this beautiful initiation He initiated for us. My kudos goes to our director, Nandikan, the deputy, and especially you, our lecturer, our professor. More power to you able. God of wisdom, continue to inspire you with wisdom and knowledge. I thank you so much. You see this movement God started. Nothing on this earth will stop it. On my own side, my problem, I wanted to join the house, but I had a broken leg, of which now I'm using walking stick, but I'm not interested. If I can know one of the families to enroll my name, any little contribution, I can be channeling it through the family. So I'm using this time to thank you. Continue whatever you're doing. We are pleased. You have inculcated a lot of wisdom into us. Stories our parents did not tell us. I personally have learned it from you. But the good God Almighty continue to guide and protect you and our leader, because our leader is a brave man. Our Father in heaven, we see all of you too. And He will make sure that this agitation is restored. In the mighty name of Chukwukika Biama, I pray.
Thank you very much. We must continue from there. Caller on WhatsApp. I think this network is not your friend this evening, but we must continue. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening from here.
I'm sorry, from
Go ahead.
I found the mother will check it. You hear an ekene, when you have on number can Uchemafo. Making a see you can ask your woman. Because the family. You have an idea more joy, shake with Jibria. You are not on the band in the say. unu nke ndị ise unu tenye n'ụra ndị gboko isere betina ezi ana ọcha nọt isere agaba onye ọbụla tenye n'ụra ka anyị banyere ije a banyere ụgbọ na-aga aga ụgbọ a bụ ụgbọ IPOB oge a ji ekwu okwu na Biafra bụ okwu ndị Igbo ọ bụ na asụsụ ndị Igbo nwe anyị nke bụ ndị Igbo anyị eme isi ikwu na ya si ya maazị Onyibe maka afọ nkwọ eke orie anyị nke azụ asafọ azụ nkwọ azụ eke azụ orie ụmụ ife mmere rasta na ise agaba ndị Fulani ji egbusi ụmụnne anyị ndị nọ n'akwụkwọ kinapụ ndị a kinapụ ife na-eme ya na ọcha nọtụ anyị na-arịọ ka ndị be anyị bara ndị anyị ọcha nọtụ ka anyị nke a na-esi n'ụra ka anyị ike banye otu ya akpọ IPOB ka anyị ike chọta anyị maka na ndị ori si na anaghị otu ofu onye ori azụ ọ bụ ori ncha mana ife na-arịọ ndị be anyị ndị anọcha nọtụ dịka onye ọbụla welite aka onye ọbụla soro ụgbọ na-aga aga IPOB bụ ụgbọ na-aga aga ijikwa ohere ekene ma kọdinetọ na nchugbo ekenekwa kọdinetọ m n'ọlọ na ekene n'ezi ekenekwa idumuju ụlọ ekenekwa ma petrol ekene ndị IPOB niile ndị anọcha nọtụ ndị so n'ụgbọ a na-asị biko onye ọbụla welite aka ka anyị soro ụgbọ a na ụgbọ ebe ọ na-aga aga ka anyị nwee ike standị ya mmegide ndị Fulani na-emegide anyị maka ezi obodo anyị bụ isi ekita ndị Awụsa ụga ebe ncha jide ncha juma nke para asị dị anyị ọ bụ ndị nwere ncha biko onye ọbụla jisi n'ike ka anyị soro ụgbọ ka anyị ike ruo ebe a Chukwu anyị na-akwara ghara ịza ahụ bụ Biafra so maazị Onyibe ka anyị bụrụ ọfọ ya Chukwu gọzie ezinụlọ ya n'aha Chukwu oke adama.
Thank you very much. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Of course, we lost that caller. We must continue. Our people must understand. We have paid every price that we need to pay. No price left for us to pay. Can you hear me, caller, on the line?
I'm calling from Omohil in Aba, so I'm here from Onyibe province in Imo State of Biafra land. Mazi, yeah, I listened to the topic tonight. Mazi, it is a terrible thing, actually it is. We the Biafrans, we have actually sacrificed enough. Since Nigeria wants us to, all die before they can let us go. I think we are ready to die. We have sacrificed everything, even our own comfort in our Bohil here, to be precise, nice, in our Bohil here, so that here is a land, so that police used to molest even old women in front of their husband's house. Nobody can come out and talk. Even for our dirty people, even at the very junction, close junction, they will be there molesting people. They will be there fighting all the individuals. Yet, even you raise your hand on any of them, any brothers will come. And they will even cock their gun. They will shoot you to accuse you. Now, the truth about the matter is that we just, if only we can, because I know that the only remaining sacrifice we need to sacrifice to these people to let us go is for us to begin to understand that our foolishness has gone beyond, some of us, because we have been warned about Yoruba Church. This Yoruba Church, they are evil. They are evil. By the grace of God, I am a pastor. You will go to look for a venue to pay. You will price the landlord 10,000 a month. Yoruba man will come and price 20,000. And even promise, before you come tomorrow, landlord will tell you that he doesn't want to give us again. Before you come the next time, you see Redeemed Christian Church. Just one poll. This would have turned us to their business centers. And they have been using us and uselessing us.
Yoruba Church will fall. I am a reverend. I'm not against Christianity and I can never be. But my knowledge of the Creator have been refined. And I tell you, Yoruba are contractors like Fulani. They all work for British percent. Fulani have 15%. Yoruba is 10%. Anybody that don't know that now, We can't help them. I'm very sorry. But we keep telling them on the day of reckoning is coming for all of us. Go ahead.
Mas, you're 100% right. Okay, now look at one stupid radio station they open here called the Real FM, owned by Uche Obuagu. He just came today as he was broadcasting. You know, he even made mention of the evil that happened in Kogi State, even that of a Biafra State. He even said it being a house of rest that he is. He said that how can you be killing a child and beating a child and telling the child not to cry? Soon after this guy must have said all this nonsense. They know what is going on. Now he now came back again and said, what do the people think they can do to help Nigeria move forward? I'm looking at this.
Of course, one Fulani man has called him on phone. That is what they do. They call him on phone and threaten him. Then they dilute the truth. But on Radio Biafra here, we don't dilute the truth. Irrespective of whose ought is God, thunder will fire that person. We don't dilute the truth here. You cannot beat us and say we should not cry. We will not pretend about our precarious situation we find ourselves in. We will not be ashamed to tell you they are killing us because we know we will kill these people back. Go ahead, please.
Mas, and this before, see, Mas, I don't, the way it's burning in my heart. Do you know that this idiot, they'll be saying, our country, how do you, I'm looking at this idiot. How can you call all this, how can you call that demonic, that fire, your country, despite everything that is happening around us? And I have been promising them. I think one of his broadcasts, they are called the 118 or whatever. One day they will prepare and they will even deal with even her family, her entire generation, because these people, they are the worst people we have in this land. They are the worst people because they are helping these people to submerge us because they are not helping matters. Because when they must see these people, they die with our enemies. So I think the remaining sacrifice we have to sacrifice now, honestly speaking, is to make sure that even any trace of Yoruba church or Yoruba person in this our Biafra land, is born to ashes because people they are demons. They are demons from the pit of hell. They are demons. I thank you so very much. I thank you. You know, I've called before. I've sent you guys message though. Somebody has contacted me. By the grace of God now, I've joined a unit in Obohili here. So I thank you so much, Maz.
Thank you very much.
Honestly speaking.
God is faithful.
Thank you
very much. Our people must understand the truth cannot be overemphasized. If sansan too plenty inside soup, blind person go know. If you never see the sansan where Nigeria, Yoruba, Wosa, Fulani, they pour for our soup. If you never feel them, now be say your own blindness don't turn to stupidity. Ejambuki mofo nyampiamane. Ejambuki mofo nyampiamane. Ono awotani here ragwono. Ijake luigwe. And soon ejan luigwe. And ragwono nindi Yoruba. Well, luigwe sa for many where we can luigwe. One can you buy it? One can you buy you? See banjo pastor Yoruba church. Unu wejo one we buale. Unu jake luigwe. Omeni chuku iwe weke chuku coach ki ha ojishi hanye eluwa. Unko wedi anyi jame luigwenu. Omeni here na nyi de bi kunura akpondo ya kan ire bi eluwa. Ki ha chuku jini anyi bi one. Ndo na Lord ali we ojishi anya kpato makasa anyi hu elewe. But of course we shall see how it end anyway. Alionye won't. If you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm sorry I can't help you. That is why when you call Radio Biafra, you speak this language, heavens understand and they bow before you. Yoruba are taking us to heaven. They are taking us to heaven. With the character of Yoruba you see in Nigeria, do you think they will allow you enter heaven? Open your eye and stop being stupid. Had I know always be the last. All of you one Nigerians, you will cry had I know. It doesn't matter the intimidation, the harassment, the killing. We shall respond. Don't worry. But of course, we want to manage collateral damage. You know, casualties. Because people will die, believe me. Nigeria must be destroyed. We must burn Nigeria down. And from her ashes, let the component nations go their way if there is anything like that. Today, we ask a simple question. Those people murdered by British government in Enugu, the coal miners, did they die in vain? What is their name? You don't want us to know their name. 21 of them was executed by the British government. And then about 47 of them were seriously wounded by bullet wound from British government. And British government still killing us up to today. They control Fulani, they control Nigerian army, they control Nigerian oil field, they control Nigerian judicial, they control Fulani, they control Boko Haram, they control Miati Allah, they control Fulani herdsmen, they control Ohane Zendibu. British government control everything. The only thing they can give us is BBC Igbo. And the only job BBC Igbo is doing is to change the narrative of what happens to us as a people. They present a very fascinating story about us as a people. And then in the midst of it, they change the narratives. They never talk about anything good about us. But of course, we do not want them. We write our story. And everything that has been written about us, be rest assured, we will change the hand of the clock of time. Because every clause in the wheel of our progress, we will shred you. Don't worry. But understand, we are not here to undermine any of you. We want to go home. I sign off from here, a few hours, I'll be back and we'll continue from where we stop. God be with you, wonderful Biafran people, who, like the children of Issachar, can read the time that we are in. Udo, Udo, Udo.
Sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the rolling light gets just sweep over my soul. Dingy light, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the billows roll and tempests blow, Jaja will sweep over my soul. Every day, every moment, I will sing a song of praise to Him. Hail the King of Kings. Every day, I will rise. Every morning, I will sing. Every evening, I will lift my voice. Lift my voice in praise. Oh Lord, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the billows roll and tempests blow, sweep over my soul. I hear a voice is calling from somewhere out there. A voice is singing somewhere in my ear. And I know that I must rise and fill my heart and pray and sing for Jah Almighty. I say stream over my soul. Oh, stream over my soul. The road may rough and tough and go and get so rough. Just stream over my soul. Get in me, oh, get in me. Oh,